Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
With the Big Family Homestead, and today we are talking about Moringa. Alright, so for whatever reason, somebody somewhere who must have been of influence talked about Moringa, and our videos that have been older, over a year and then 2 years back, on the topic of Moringa have just been exploding. And there's a lot of people that are new to it and saying, oh my gosh, does this stuff really work? So I wanted to take a little bit of time and just share some of the stories of people that have tried it and what they've said. Not my words,
right.
Their words.
Exactly.
So first of all, real quick, Moringa is a plant. And it's Moringa oleifera, and the shortest way to do it is it's got more vitamin C, more than oranges, more, than potassium than bananas, more iron than spinach, and the list goes on and on and on. But
and
the big thing is
a little bit more, a lot more.
But the big thing is the amino acids. It has every amino acid that the human body needs. And I have had rheumatoid arthritis for many years now, and I was on a $2,500 a month shot. Well, then the Obamacare thing kicked in, and I lost that portion of my insurance.
Yep.
So a friend of mine said, hey, there's people all over, in missionaries, that are using this stuff to help, heal all these crazy illnesses, even blindness in some cases. And he said that the folks that take this say they don't ever have arthritic conditions. Oh, I need to pause. We're not doctors.
Not at all.
This is not medical advice. We're not telling you to do anything. We're saying this is what has happened in our lives, and we're going to convey what's happened in other people's lives. We're not offering medical advice.
Not at all. This is just a testimony of what has happened here and what has happened in folks who have taken Moringa.
One thing leads to another. I started taking the Moringa, and my arthritis was so bad that I couldn't even lift my arms to put on my shoulder, or to put a shirt on,
right.
And it was just excruciating pain. And it only took about 4 days of being on the Moringa until I was like, oh my gosh, I feel something completely different.
Yeah, the pain was definitely less, and then within
a month,
I would say within 2 weeks, you could do this.
Oh, no problem.
Look at
this.
Yeah.
My body hasn't changed, other than all we've done is I take the Moringa.
Right.
So let's just say this. I couldn't move my hands, and I play guitar for a living. I sang as a praise and worship director. But you're right. The pain was, extremely noticeably gone in like 4 or 5 days. Then 2 weeks, it was down to like 20% maybe.
Yeah. It was, and now, you very rarely have
a flare up.
The only time he'll have a flare up is if we've run out of Moringa capsules and I have to make more.
Or, truth be told, when I'm doing a lot of here there's snow on the roofs, so you have to have a snow rake and pulling that stuff off. If you do it a long time, but that's probably not an arthritic pain. It's just pain.
That's just a muscle pain.
Well, because I know there have been a lot of people that have been skeptical, and so I just want you to know that's my story, but let's read some things that people have sent to us.
So these are comments on the video.
On different videos.
A different video from last October 2017.
But you can go and look, and these comments will be there.
Yes, these comments are there. We didn't create this. You can go and look. This particular comment is from Lily Carter, and this was a year ago. My husband uses this daily because of your channel. He is a waiter and could barely walk due to damage in his knees. This was life-changing for him.
Barbara Siegel says, hello. In August of 2016, my husband was diagnosed with stage 3B colon cancer. He refused the 9 to 12 months of recommended chemo. We knew we had to find a better way to heal his body, and we did. Moringa was a big part of the healing protocol. We used and healed his body of stage 3B colon cancer in our kitchen at home. He did not lose his hair or suffer any of the awful side effects of the traditional cancer treatments. In September of 2017, he was declared no evidence of disease. Matter of fact, he's thriving.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Tangerine 19561 says, my daughter bought Moringa tea for me as a gift. I began drinking it, and within only 3 days, I started noticing changes. I have leg phlebitis. The inflammation, which I always have, began to disappear. I haven't read anywhere that moringa helps this, but by golly, it does. I had shoulder pain too that went away. I am 62 years old, and it's nice not to feel that old. Wow.
Gloria Perconti. Hey, Brad and Christa. I also suffer from arthritis, and a couple of months ago I watched your moringa video where you were telling us about your arthritis and how the moringa had helped you. So I figured I had nothing else to lose by trying the moringa but the pain. It's been 3 months that I have been on the moringa, and let me tell you guys, are a godsend. I feel great. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I've been telling your story to all my family and friends. God bless you for sharing so much.
That's awesome.
Let me read one more, and then
Yes.
because
And then
we get comments like this, guys, almost daily, either in an email that somebody sent. We didn't want to show any of those because you might not believe it. You might not just say, "Well, I can't see that." How do we know they just made it up?
Right. These comments
Are on the web
on the
yeah.
website on YouTube underneath the video that we made in October 2017. We didn't recreate this. I copied and pasted so I could print them out.
Live for the Black Note says here, after your last moringa video, I ordered the powder and capsules fillers. My husband is a disability retired from the sheriff department at 46 because of his back. He gets steroid injections into his back every other month due to compressed vertebrae in his cervical, thoracic, and lumbar spine. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yes.
Thanks to Brad and Christa sharing their journey, he's no longer on morphine tablets 3 times a day. He still takes painkillers and muscle relaxers, but he's been able to get off the really heavy-duty stuff. He got his life with his family back because the morphine knocked him out and he slept all the time. He has a normal sleep pattern again and can do work around the house and our small homestead. Moringa gave me my husband back.
That's awesome. That is really awesome. This was a letter we just received last week.
I don't think she wants her name mentioned.
I won't mention it. I won't, but this is a letter that we received.
And we get these comments all the time, guys.
Yeah. Your message saved my life. Bedridden to my life back.
Bedridden to my life back.
Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, I was misreading it. I'm moving my hands and fingers.
Exclamation
point. I love you both so much. 2 exclamation points. Please don't stop letting people know. Continue your YouTube message about moringa. No more methotrexate, no more prednisone.
Praise God.
That's amazing.
If you wonder if it works, you know what? It may not work for everybody. It may not.
Right.
And we're not saying it does. Once again, we're not doctors. We're not blah, blah, blah. We're just saying what people are showing us. And it's been life-changing for me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way in God's green earth we would ever be able to afford a $2,500 a month shot.
Not at all. No.
And this stuff is cheap.
Well, and what is in that shot? What are these chemicals that you're putting in? This is a plant that God has created, and it is full of all of the healing properties and things that your body requires to thrive.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people ask, what do I take, how much, and how? So.
Okay. So I make, here, can I have the other container? Yes. I make size 0 capsules.
We get always organic.
I always buy the organic veg capsules. Whoops, I'm going to throw that down on the ground. And I fill them. I fill a couple of these every couple of months.
Comes like this in a powder.
Like that. And if it's brown, if you order some and it's brown, return it. Send it back.
Needs to be this bright green.
It needs to be this nice, bright, dark green. So Brad takes 4 of the size 0 capsules every day.
And that's it.
And that's the equivalent to 1 teaspoon. So if you wanted to put it in a smoothie, I know there was one comment asking if you could mix it with applesauce. I don't see why you couldn't. He just doesn't really like the taste.
It tastes like grass.
Yeah, so having the capsules really makes it easy for him to digest.
Another thing too, just because we're not trying to just sell you something.
No.
I mean, if you want to try something, obviously there's links down below. But I want to make sure you understand that if you live in a climate that you can grow it, grow it.
Do it. Yeah.
Then it's free.
Right.
But you got to live in a place that's hot. You got to live in like a Texas or a Florida or Louisiana. My dad lives in Southwest Florida, and he planted several of them. They grow like weeds. You can harvest it several times a year.
Yep.
You can eat it straight like that. Put it in a salad, and then you're going to get even more benefit than the powder.
Right.
So don't think that we're just trying to sell you something. I'm saying get better. Right. Grow it yourself if you can. If you got a greenhouse, go for it.
Right. We just want to show you how well it has done for him
and others
and others, so if you can grow it, that's a huge benefit.
Yeah.
But when you do grow it and you harvest those leaves, dry it in a cool, dry place.
Dark,
that's what I meant. Cool, dark place.
Well ventilated.
Right, because if the leaves turn brown,
it's dead.
So you don't want to use a dehydrator because that heats it.
Yep. And so, the question is, does Moringa really work? It works for me.
Yes.
And it works for a lot of
people we've talked to, and
we only picked a few comments out of hundreds.
There was 1,200 comments on that video. There was no way.
Just one video.
Just one video. There's no way we could have gone through them all.
No.
So
we just picked a few that are like, okay, there's one.
Right.
And we came and shared it with you. And so, okay. God made your body able to heal itself with the right tools.
Right.
With the right tools for us, that's this. If it is for you, I can't say.
Right.
I'm not a doctor, and you gotta keep saying that, or else somebody will be stupid and say, he told me to. No, I didn't tell you to do anything.
No.
I'm saying what worked for me, what works for a lot of other people, and maybe it'll work for you. Talk to your doctor.
Well, and that was just gonna say, don't just take our advice. Do your own research. Talk to your doctor. Read the comments. Go through and see what other folks have been saying.
Yeah.
So.
And man, it's just I feel bad for so many people because I'm a young guy. When I first started having these symptoms, it was in my early 40s.
Yeah.
And I'm on my just over mid 40s now. Just over. And I can understand how horrible it feels to have that debilitating pain. And I was a young guy going, how could people do this?
Right.
How could you live life like this without having some relief? And it was just, for me, this was miraculous. So wanted to share some of, testimony that's not just Brad talking.
Right.
So I hope that it's a benefit to you. Maybe you'll check it out. Maybe you'll talk to your doctor. Hopefully, So that's really it for the day.
Yep.
You guys have an amazing day. Wait, I'm Brad.
I'm Christa.
Yeah, you guys have an amazing day.